One of the crucial aspects of the King's Wedding Feast parable in Matthew and Luke is that the invited guests were deluded into thinking they knew God. They used their businesses, jobs, marriages and families as excuses to reject the invitation. And they thought of these excuses self-centeredly. They fell into the delusion that God is love, so he'll understand me because I know the King. What constantly causes problems in our relationship with God? Do you know what continuously causes problems in our relationship with God? First, it's the delusion that we know everything about God, and second, it's people who are caught in self-pity. These days, it's hard to find people among those who claim to believe in Jesus who emit the fragrance of faith like the woman who broke her alabaster jar. God is love. Yes, that's right, God is love. But the problem lies in humanity's evil nature to exploit that love intellectually. Our God is one who values family so much that he commanded newly married men not to go to war for a year. However, if this understanding is not based on a personal relationship and love, but merely on memorizing a Bible verse, people use this verse to say God will understand and exclude God from their life's priorities. The command not to participate in war was given because he loves us, but we should not use that knowledge, merely knowing a Bible verse, as a reason to reject God's love. We should not delude ourselves into thinking we know God just because we've attended church since childhood and heard many sermons. Memorizing many Bible verses is different from truly knowing God. God works through his word, but what he desires is a personal relationship with us. That is, our hearts, what we are missing. When we put God aside, when we defer his priority, we might not even realize what we're missing in our lives. We might put God aside to protect something we consider important in our lives, but we must understand that by doing so, we are missing something far greater in our existence. Why do they only teach God is love? When Jesus was tempted by Satan, he was capable of throwing himself down from the highest point. Satan also knew that the Almighty God was fully capable of doing that for him. Yet Jesus refused, saying, "Do not put the Lord your God to the test." We must not test God's love. We must not fall into the delusion that he will understand and create a golden calf in our hearts instead of the true God. I am not advocating legalism, nor am I telling you to obey anyone in a church. Focus on the heart of God. He calls, he invites, do not refuse.